Anime Goat here, back with another video, and like I promised, it's coming out Saturday. So, I just want you guys to know that only like 9% of the people that watch my channel are actually subscribed to me. So if you could subscribe to me, that'd be really, really great because well, I'm trying to hit 1K by the end of the year. It might not happen, but at least like 700 or 800 subs by the end of the year would be nice. But yeah, other than that, let's just get rolling with the video. So guys, a few changes I want to make is that Zabuza does not tell him to save Kiri. They just tell him to like be free and like do what they want. And so basically, after that happens, after Zabuza dies, Gato's gonna like, break off and, tell him how like he's traitors and stuff. So yeah. Naruto's gonna kill all the bandits out of Rage and Zabuza. He's then gonna basically knock Kakashi out and basically just run. He's gonna take Haku with him, and they're basically just gonna go to the land of clouds, the land of lightning, to go to Kumagakure, or like the village hidden in the clouds, because they realize that like the Konoha doesn't really like Kumo, and Kumo doesn't really like Konoha, but they know that they'll be accepted because Haku has a bloodline and Naruto has the QB. So they're basically requesting an audience for the Raikage. So basically they're going to say that they want to join the chant off the one condition that Haku isn't put into like the CRA or like a breeding program, and that they can go to the Konoha training exams as Genin. And Raikage is like, alright, that's a fair deal. Sure. So basically they're going to be put on a team with a new Genin, and this is going to be Yugato, or maybe? No, not Yugato. We'll just say Samui goes on their team, and Yugato replaces Samui against them. So yeah, Samui's going to go on their team, and then they're going to head to the training exams. And yeah, they're going to head to the training exams, and basically not really much is going to happen when it comes to like things happening before the training exams. But there is going to be like a little standoff between Naruto and Gaara, because Naruto is going to basically find out, like he's basically going to stumble upon Kankuro bullying Konohamaru, and he's basically going to like punch Kankuro in the face and told him to stop like bullying kids, and then he's going to tell Gaara that he's not fooling anyone and that he can come out now. And basically Gaara's going to come out and he's going to be like, you intrigue me, Naruto Uzumaki. Mother wants your blood. And then he's also going to tell Sasuke to come out because he's not really, being cool or anything like that. And then basically Sakura's still going to be there, and she's going to be like, wow, Sasuke is so cool. And then Naruto's going to be like, huh. And then Sakura's basically like, why are you guys here? Kumo and Konoha are not on good terms. You shouldn't be here. And then Naruto's like, wow, how clueless are you? We're here for the training exams, numbnuts. And then Sakura's like, what? And they're basically just gonna go and get their training examination papers from Kakashi. And basically 3 days later, the training exam will commence. Naruto, Haku, and Samui basically just enter the training exam easily. Get out of that genjutsu, and they're just kind of like, wow, the people there are pretty stupid if they can't even get past a simple genjutsu. And basically they're gonna, just keep walking and get to the third examination room, and then Team 7's gonna come by also, with Sasuke basically saying it's genjutsu, and basically just kind of being stupid and letting all those team passes. And so yeah, anyways, they're gonna keep going, and Kabuto's gonna basically like give information out, and Naruto and Haku are gonna be like, let's let them give information. It's not like they're good enough to do anything. Also, Samui in this case is maybe a little bit low Naruto, but she's still pretty strong. I'd say she's at least training level, So yeah, they're gonna, he's gonna give out information, and Kaji's going, wow, Naruto was originally a Leaf citizen, which a lot of people didn't know. They're like, what? He was a Leaf citizen? And he's like, yep, Naruto was originally a Leaf citizen. He worked for Zabuza, and now he's working for Kumo. And then there's like, wow, he's got a lot of information. Naruto would then basically be like, remember that. I worked with the 7 Swordsmen of the Mist. He'd then unseal the, Zabuza's big ass sword, because it's huge. And then he'd kind of just like give off killing intent, and then a slight mist would start entering the room. And then they'd kind of start getting scared. But then a beak would pop and be like, hey, cut it out. So Naruto would reseal Kuribachiro, or I don't know how to pronounce it, the Executioner's Blade. And then, they go through the same test as normal, except for Naruto doesn't really help anyone, so Hinata was actually about to break. So I'm just going to say that Hinata is going to break in this case. And, yeah, she basically just kind of, makes her team lose in the first round. So, yeah, they're going to basically end up like that. And then the second round is going to commence with Anko explaining the rules, and then Naruto's not really paying attention, acting like it's not really worth his time. Anko's then going to throw the kunai at him, but in this case, Naruto isn't even looking and seemingly dodges it really easily. Anko's then going to, go right behind him and, try licking his blood, but instead she just licks his cheek since it's unmarked. Naruto's then going to hold a knife up against her liver and says for her to back off unless she wants to die. So then says, wow, you're a good kid. Too bad you're not older. Then they're basically just going to enter the Forest of Death. And they're basically going to take out a pretty easy team. And yeah. And basically the same thing happens in canon, except for, the same thing happens with Sasuke's team passing and the curse mark and all that. And Naruto's team is the second to arrive right after the Sand team. So basically Naruto's team is gonna basically just replace all of the team of, they're basically just gonna replace Kiba's team. So yeah, in this case Haku is going to fight Sai, Samui is going to fight Zaku, and Naruto is gonna fight Neji. So yeah, I'm not, make Neji seem like a slouch, but Neji isn't journeying level in the training exams, especially before he learned the Kaiten, or the 360 degrees, stuff like that. So he's not really at journeying level. The only, move that sets him aside, I guess, would probably be the 64 palms. But even then, he's not journeying level. So we're basically gonna commence with, first of all, Haku fighting and completely bodying Sai, and basically all the things are basically the exact same. But I want to say Naruto and Neji's match, because basically in this time around, everyone thinks that Naruto is gonna get bitch slapped and kind of just killed, but that's not exactly the case. Because when they actually just set him up, Naruto's gonna look at Neji, and Neji's gonna look at Naruto with lots of hate. Because Neji really, really resents Kumo for, basically getting rid of his dad. And Neji's gonna be like, finally, fate has given me my chance of revenge. I will kill you, Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto then looks at Neji and scoffs. You're 10 years too young to even say that. I could beat you with my eyes closed, my hands tied behind my back. Naruto, to basically, say this again, kind of literally closes his eyes and puts his hands behind his back, but not before placing the Executioner's Blade in his mouth and making the silent mist. This, however, is Byakugan proof, because the mist is laced with his chakra, so it's kind of like looking at a white light with the Byakugan. So Neji doesn't really know where's Naruto at unless he's right there, right in front of him. So Naruto basically has his hands behind his back and his eyes closed, and just sneaks up on Neji, closes the mist, and it shows that Neji is right in front of the Executioner's Blade. If he doesn't give up, he's gonna die. So the proctor calls the match in Naruto's favor, And Naruto just kind of looks at Neji and scoffs. "You're nothing, Neji. Get over yourself." Neji then kind of in a blind rage attacks Naruto. And Naruto is just kind of gonna use his hilt of the sword to just kind of like stick him. Like basically just gonna hit his head with the thing, with the hilt of it, and kind of just knock Neji flat out. Lee's gonna look at this match and be like, "What in the world?" And so yeah, all the other matches are gonna be the same, with Naruto really only taking interest in Lee and Gaara. Otherwise, the people are pretty pathetic in his opinion. So yeah, they're gonna get a month to train, and in this case, Naruto is gonna stumble upon Jiraiya, and he's gonna be like, "Naruto?" He's basically gonna run up to Naruto and give him a huge ass hug. He's like, "I'm so sorry, I was looking for you everywhere." And Naruto's like, "Who are you, old man?" And Jiraiya's kinda like, "I know this is a lot to take in, Naruto, but I'm your godfather." And Naruto's like, "The legendary Sannin Jiraiya is my godfather?" He'd then pull out the Executioner's blade and say, "Where were you?" Mist would start radiating off Naruto, along with little huge amounts of killing intent. And Jiraiya would basically explain who he was, who his father was, and everything like that. Naruto's hate for Konoha would only grow at this point. Wow. Can't believe this. The Konoha's yellow flash was my father, and they treated me so awfully. Wait until Raikage-sama gets a load of this. So yeah, basically Jiraiya's gonna train Naruto on the Toad summoning over this month, because Naruto doesn't really have anything else to try on. And also gonna start working Naruto on the Rasengan, but Naruto only gets to working on the third step of it. So Naruto can still, do stuff of his own and work on it while he's still in Kumo. So yeah, basically the time for the third round of the Chunin exams commences. And basically, the fights are going to be as is. These fights are going to be Naruto versus Sasuke, Haku versus Dosu, Karin versus Karin versus Tamari, Gaara versus Kankuro, and Shikamaru versus... Oh, it's supposed to be Shikamaru versus Dosu. But in this case, Dosu kind of died, so Shikamaru's going to get a free bout at the beginnings. So, yeah. Kind of going to have to leave it off right here, guys, because I'm kind of busy a little bit. Besides, this was about a 10-minute video, hopefully, and I still have to edit it. But, anyways, hopefully you guys like, subscribe, comment down below, all that stuff. And, let's get to 1K before the end of the year, if possible. I don't really know if it is, but I believe in you guys. And I'm just going to start, hopefully, posting out stuff every 3 or 4 days. And if I say I'm going to do something from now on, I'm going to try to make sure I actually do it. Because I don't really want you guys starting to hate me because I say stuff and then I don't do it. But, yeah, also happy Thanksgiving, guys. So, yeah. Later.